Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, you're doing all things to Yahweh, by Shia Shah, by Shimika Kadesh. Double this is that passage of GMS. You're like a rod from Super Parade Camp. This is a topic speaking to the elder in my camp. And, the title came up as you bet on the wrong horse. You bet on the wrong horse. And that's because in this, when you first coming in and trying to understand this knowledge, you're taking a gamble, on taking a 50-50 or flipping the coin on where you're going to invest your time, your energy, or your soul or your spirit into, right? Now, when you're speaking to one individual, a guy trying to hear out the truth, what he claims he's trying to figure out, or I want to follow this way. And he said, man, this sounds like, this sounds like where I need to be at. But then after he asks, questions saying, how do I know if this is the right way? So, he's following some other way or looking into this other direction pretty much, all right, because of what the person is saying he likes to hear. But this is 2 Timothy 4:3. It said, for the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, all right, after their own lust, that they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Let's go into that word itching ears, because this is how the title is built upon. It says, desirous of hearing something pleasant, to scratch, to make it itch, to itch. Right? So you desiring to hear something pleasant. So that's what itchy is going back to. And when you look in the etymology of the word itchy, it says hankering for a gossip, a passion for gambling. Right now, when you gamble, what? You're doing a bet. You're putting your money on something. You're investing your time. You're taking a gamble. All right, and what this individual is doing is he's gambling and betting on the wrong horse. Now, the reason why horses is used for the term of is used for the term of when people actually bet on horses in a race. Well, hey, the horse we referring to is the one who is on a white horse, Yahweh shot. All right, but instead he's betting on a red horse, which is Esau. All right, the ways of the world, the ways of the things that are pleasant, the things that are all this cardinal stuff. Following a guy who just goes into a bunch of Illuminati symbols all day. All right, that's all that Esau stuff, man. That's all the stuff that Esau gets on. When you bet on when you following the white horse, the Hawashai, yeah, you can know the all of them symbols and stuff, but your key thing is salvation. Now, one thing about when you betting that, when you doing when you having itching ears, you just hearing things that's when you going off of what sounds and feel good. But the scriptures say in Revelations 1:3, blessed is he that readeth. So when you read and you watching the shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, all right, and they say they say, all right, well, we're gonna give you a 50-50, and they knock 2 questions out. And they knock 2 questions out. Now you got 2 questions to choose from. Now, if you've been studying and reading that topic, the one question is going to be more obvious than the other. But since you ain't reading, okay, you ain't studying, you ain't testing it out, all right, by the scriptures, then you lost. And then you go ahead and just shooting your luck with what sounds right. This is Revelation 1:3. It says, blessed is he that readeth. So you got to pick up the book and you got to read, man. You got to know what's going on inside what the scriptures are saying. All right, the scriptures say to go on the highways and byways. Is the person that you following or listening to that sound good to your ears, are they going on the highways and the byways like the Lord said? Are they teaching you the high holy days, how to keep the Passover? Are they teaching you about the new moon? Are they teaching you the name of the Lord? Are they talking to you about the prophecies? It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So guess what? When you read, when you hear the words of this prophecy, you keep them which are written therein. So that's how you're able to bet on the right horse. That's how you're able to know which is the right way to follow. Because like, when you read it, you hear it, you're hearing it, and you're reading it, you're like, okay, that adds up. And then the things that are written, you see it. All right, but if you ain't reading, you're going to be easily deceived. And the scriptures say, 1 John 4:1, but beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world. All right, so how do you try the spirit? Look at Romans 8:16. You see, no one's telling you just, yo, man, follow us. We got the right way, just because we said so. No, we're telling you to read and try it out, examine it, test it out, see if it be so. Romans 8:16, the spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. Now, what is the spirit that it's talking about? Is it a feeling? Is it something that's going to come inside you and say, oh, man. Now, with the using the Bible, we want to identify what that spirit is, okay? Because it's simple. The Lord don't make things complicated. It ain't hard to see. It ain't hard to understand. All right? You just got to read along. You just got to read along. And this is how the Bible is meant to be used. It says precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. This is John 6:63. It is the spirit that quickeneth flesh. All right? So we're going to identify what this spirit is. The flesh profiteth nothing. The words, you see that? The words. The words of what? The words of the Bible. The words of Yahweh, okay? The words that's written in this book. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So how do you try these spirits? By the word. So that means you have to actually see when a person is doing some sort of works, okay? Now, if they're doing all of these sit-down videos, they're never going on the highways and byways, they're never talking about the elect or the salvation of Israel, all right? And guess what? You try them by the Spirit. Ask them a question. Hey, according to the doctrine, according to the scriptures, who is going to be saved? According to the doctrine, according to the scriptures, how should we push forth this truth? How should we warn the people? How should we wake them up? According to the doctrine, how will we be saved? And then you try them by this word. Because the scriptures tell you how the elect will be saved. It tell you the signs to look for, knowing that it's the end, when the salvation is near. This is all written in there. And we could go through it precept upon precept. We can go through it this topic endlessly. But if it's something that you just following because you like to hear it, then guess what, my man? You betting on the wrong horse, and you're gonna end up being destroyed. It said, the blind leadeth the blind, and they're both gonna end up in the ditch. Luke 6:39. He spake a parable unto them. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? And You following the blind man, you know, just because it sounds nice. All right, that's not the way to go, man. You gotta make sure, you gotta prove it. You gotta see it for yourself. You know, you can't have go for itchy ears, meaning desires to hear something pleasant. Wow, the black man was ruling in the back. But the scriptures don't go into a black man. It goes into everybody was dark skinned back then. All right? And it's not just about the so-called Negroes. All right? Israel is more than just the so-called Negroes. All right? The so-called natives is part of the tribe. So-called Mexicans is part of the tribe. So-called Hispanics is part of the tribe. Okay? So I'm gonna get another scripture. You know, you can't be an Ashy Larry, man. You know, you watch Dave Chappelle. You got Ashy Larry over there rolling the dice. You know, the Most High gonna turn you into Ashy Larry for betting on the wrong thing. You know, turn you into Powder Larry. Because the Most High is not complicated. All right. He said to just read the book. He said to prove. All right, prove. Matter of fact, let me finish this. Salaki. It says, but try the spirits, right? 1 John 4:1, but try the spirits. How you try? Let's go into that word try. Doki mazo. It says to test, to examine, to prove. Man, prove it. Scrutinize. Examine. Deem worthy. All right? How do you deem it worthy? What do you put it up against? You put it up against the word. Anybody saying that they got something, you put it up against the word. To test, to try, evaluate, demonstrate, show, convince. All right, make credible. Judge by trial. You gotta put this thing on trial, man. You can't just go betting on the wrong horse. You can't just go ahead and do a Central Park 5. Oh well, we just gonna say they did it. I mean, you gotta prove this. You gotta examine it. Hold on, okay, these kids was all the way on this side of the park. This happened all the way on that side. Hold on, there's no evidence here. You know what I'm saying? Their stories is not adding up. You know, you the type to convict the Central Park 5, man, because you just going with what sounds good. Well, that sounds like some stuff that some young kids would do. Some young black kids would do. That just sounds like it. Nah, man, you gotta prove it. You gotta test it. You gotta try it out. All right. Examine judiciously. An evaluation. Sit in judgment of. Attempt to do. You know, the Most High said to he said to measure this thing, man. You gotta measure it up against something, man. You know, like hey, back in the world, dudes measure they doobie selling grams and stuff. You can't just go, eyeballing it. put it on a scale, man. You gotta measure it up to what it's gonna be. You gotta see it for yourself so you could prove it. Like, okay, that's right. Revelations 11:1, and there was given me a reed like unto a rod, and an angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of Yahweh and the altar, and them that worship therein. Now, what's the temple of the Most High? Let's get 1 Corinthians. See? You explain a precept with a precept, man. You just can't go off of what a person's saying. And this is what our elders, apostles of GMS teach us. 3:16. 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? Okay, what? What's the Spirit again? The Word of the Most High dwelleth in you. But it says, what do ye? Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High? So what did it say? Rise and measure the temple of the Most High. So who are we measuring? All right? We measuring the people. Because it says, ye are the temple of the Most High. All right? Okay, and the altar and them that worship therein. So we measuring them with what? A reed like unto a rod. What's the reed like unto a rod that you measuring them with? What is a rod used? Used for chastisement, a law. What is that? That's the Bible. That's the Bible. That's what you're measuring them up with. All right, and that's what you examine, and that's what you prove, and that's what you are testing up against. All right, now, if a man is now I'm not saying the man got to follow all the Lord's statutes and commandments, right? But if he's pushing that vibration and teaching you about these different things, okay, these different laws, the high holy days, going into these prophecies, and that's the way how you know what you should follow. Going into the Revelations breakdown. Ask them dudes you follow to go break down Revelation. Ask them to break down Daniel. Ask them to break down Genesis. Our elders did it. They break it down, and it makes sense. You might be, oh, well, how you know? How you know that they even telling you the right thing? How you know that the revelations that they broke down is the right thing? How you know everything that you've seen is the right thing? You know, well, how you know that you're a boy? you know, they come on, man, because then guys like to play them semantics. They like to play them semantics. Hebrews 4:2, for unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith. Okay, mixed with faith in them that heard it. Okay, so like I say, you read, you study it, all right, and then the faith, the belief, the conviction of truth, the belief. Okay, you mix with that. That's gonna make you bet on a white horse. Right? That's gonna make you bet on the right horse. You understand? But those who ain't mixed with faith, conviction of truth, they ain't gonna bet on it. And say if you bet or not, if you don't pick a choice, that is picking a choice. Not choosing to follow this way is a choice. It's the same as you. If you don't pick and you do pick, it is no difference. You know, so you might as well read and study and start measuring up. Get into this thing, man. Get into this thing, man. You know how to apply your mind to anything else. If you want to talk to a female, if somebody was giving you game, oh yeah, well man, you should talk to her this way or talk to her that way. You know what you gonna do? You gonna hear out what these different guys is telling you. And you're gonna weigh out the options. You're gonna try it out. And you're gonna be like, well, I tried this way, that didn't work. I tried this way, but this way worked. So I know that this is the way to go. Well, it's the same thing, and that's just like with anything, man. Anything in life. You got to try it out. You got to prove what's right. You got to prove it. You got to prove it, man. You got to prove it. You got to ask questions on both sides. You know, and whoever's able to provide you with those answers, okay, and you take those answers and you research them. All right? The only thing you're going to end up doing is getting snared up in this thing because they say you can do nothing against the truth. You get that. So you can do nothing against the truth before the truth. So let me put one thing in there. I gotta you can do nothing truth before the truth. Second Corinthians 13:8. So we can do nothing against the truth before the truth. You see that? You ask questions, measure it up, try to prove it. Guess what, man? You can do nothing against it. All you can do is be doing for the truth. You either gonna prove it to be. You gonna always. You can do nothing against it. You always gonna prove it to be the truth. That's the only thing you're gonna do. I bring this out in the last video, but I'll bring this out again. You know, because it's a powerful scripture. 3:18, Revelation 3:18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. The Most High wants you to buy something that's been tested. Right? Go to that word tried. Wow, 4448. Pyro. All right? To be on fire. To make glow. Melted. All right, so what does it mean to be tried, to be put through the fire? You know, when you've been battle tested, that's what it's saying. I want you to buy the stuff that's been battle tested. All right? And how do you test it out, man? Test it out, asking questions. All right, reading, seeing if it's true. And then you be like, you know what? This is as pure as they're saying it is. You know? That's what them fiends do when they're going to buy drugs and stuff. You just want to try it out. You know? You watch that movie American Gangster, man. Them dudes, man, yeah, this is the purest as ever, you know. You got to try it out, man. All right, it says that thou mayest be rich. Rich with what? Romans 11:33. Rich with what? What is the Lord talking about? You see? Try it out, man. Oh, the depth of riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh. That's what the riches are. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. That's what the riches are. The wisdom and knowledge of the Most High, his judgments. That's what the riches are. Not this damn Federal Reserve dollar. You serious? With some slave owner faces on it. It says that thou mayest be rich in white raiment, pure, okay? Pure, unspotted. All right? You don't need tie or bleach. Because this is in white raiment, it's pure, it's unspotted, no stains, no grape juice stains, no under armpit stains from the deodorant. It says that thou mayest be clothed, all right, so you don't be naked, not know who you are, all right, because a lot of you don't know who you are. This guy's over here with all these Illuminati videos, and he ain't telling you who you are, what tribe you know, he's not telling you who you are, man. It says, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. That's the same thing when you don't know who you are. I'm a Hispanic. So you're Hispanic. You're his Spaniard. Come on, man. That's an evil way to call somebody, and that's evil for you to call. That's the same to call yourself that. I'm just black. I'm just a big void color. Come on, man. That's not a nationality. That's a damn. That's. I might as well be in a pack of crayons with a pointy head. It says, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. And anoint thy eyes with eye salve. There's eye salve, the ointment. What heals you? What's the ointment that heals you? The word. It says by the word you're healed. Yahweh Shai, the word, in Jesus Christ, you always say that you were healed by the word. You were healed by your faith. All right? It's by taking in that word that thou mayest see, so you can see which way to go. You ain't out here just blindfolded, doing a 50-50, well, I'm pinning the tail on a donkey, all right? And you going the wrong way. All right? So you got to test it out, man. I can't remember the word test. Let me look up test, because it said try, to examine, test. A small vessel, all right? Tester, related to tester. Oh, tester, go back to testimony. right? And what is the testimony, man? Come on, man. How you test it out? You got to test it out with the testimony. What is the testimony? In Revelation 19:10, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony. All right, what? That has the test, the proof, the truth that's been tried out of Yahweh Shai. Okay, who the world really called Jesus. See, that's not his name. It was in James 500 years ago. So now how you try that out? You see? It says worship God, Yahweh, right? For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So what prophecies are they speaking about? Because that's what the Lord came. He always speak on prophecy. Listen, the Son of Man is going to be betrayed. This. He always speak of things ahead of time. Peter, the 12 disciples didn't know. He was just too ahead of them. Yeah, you're going to betray me, Peter. That's a prophecy. I mean, you're going to deny me, Peter. That was a prophecy. So, Lord, I ain't going to deny you. Yeah, listen, you're going to do it 3 times. You ain't just going to deny me once. It's going to be 3 times. You know, the Lord always spoke in prophecy. Oh, you're going to see the Son of Man appear with the clouds and the angels of heaven. Oh, that's blasphemy. He's prophesying. All right, so the apostles of GMS always been speaking prophecy. Always been mentioning World War III, the mark of the beast, Babylon being destroyed, Babylon being America. All right, and you test it out, you try it out with the scriptures, man. And then at the end, you got to be mixed with faith. And it's up to the Most High, because the Most High is the one who's going to reveal you that secret anyway. All right? He says, surely the Most High will do nothing but reveal. So you better hope, pray that the Most High can reveal it to you. That's another thing. Pray. So, but then you got to know who you're praying to. Surely the Lord God will do nothing but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. See that? What's his secret? The true way to follow. All right? Unto his servants, the prophets. It's not the Illuminati. The Most High going to reveal you, the Illuminati. What is that going to do for you, man? The Illuminati be revealing the Illuminati. You know, whistleblowers. That's not amazing no more. Before I even started following this truth, everybody knew about the free, you know, oh yeah, the Masons, and they got a secret, you know, in 33rd degree, and they go through this, and the skull and bones, and yeah, you got the Bohemian Grove, and come on, dude. The scriptures say, speak things in company of salvation. You need to know where your salvation is going to lie, man. You can get all twisted out with all that information, all right? And it ain't going to get you nowhere. It ain't going to get you nowhere. All right? It says the whole earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So yeah, you're damn right. It's symbols and illumination, it's all that all over the place. But now how you going to get saved? Who's going to deliver you from out of that? You know? 1 Timothy 6 and 10, 6 and 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation, right? Because you gambling, man. So you putting yourself into temptation, you know, gambling what you want to hear, man. 50-50 chance, man. I'm betting on this one right here. This one sound good. This is where the numbers is at. 100,000 followers? Man, this is where it's at. Man, speak peaceably with everybody. You know, oh man, this is where it's at. And a snare, all right? It's a trap. You done walked into a trap and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, you know? Hearing this and hearing that, which drawn men in destruction and perdition. Okay? All right? And you know, using the scripture spiritually, okay? Because yes, I know it does say rich as far as money, people who's chasing money. All right. And when you gambling, all right, on what ways to follow, you know, it's because you're in search for knowledge, which is riches as well. But you're betting on the wrong thing. Verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, gambling, or having itching ears, they have erred from the faith. You know, that's what it went back to, having itching ears, right? Let me get it real quick. Get it back. Right? 2 Timothy 4:3, for the time will come where they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust, okay, shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables. 6 and 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Verse 11, but thou, O man of God, flee these things and follow after righteousness. All right, now you know the Nation of Islam ain't no way to follow, because them dudes kill Malcolm X. All right, ain't nowhere in this where any Hebrew Israelite camp killed anybody. You understand? Follow after righteousness, godliness. You see, faith. All right, having a conviction of the truth. All right, things hoped for. All right, love. What's love according to the scriptures now, brother? You know, we go to 1 John. Is love is following his commandments. Is the commandments. Patience, meaning to suffer. Meekness. All right. Meaning being lowly. Verse 12, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses. And we profess that this is the best profession. Now, how do you do that before many witnesses? You got to get your ass on the highways and byways, man. You got to be out there. All right, that's the foolish of preaching that pleases the Most High. Not sitting behind a computer, going in on a damn Illuminati and basketball and football and all different types of symbols all damn day and night, and following and listening to people. Verse 13, I give thee charge in the sight of Yahweh, who quickeneth all things, before Yahweh Shai, who before Pontius Pilate witnessed a good confession. All right. Verse 14, that thou keep this commandment without spot, unrebukable unto the appearing of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So this is a commandment we got to keep without spot. Okay, going back to wearing what? Wearing white garments. Unrebukable. You understand? Unto the appearing of the Lord. So nobody's supposed to be able to call you out on anything. Right? So 2 Timothy 4:5, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. All right. Watch for what? Prophecies. All right. In all things, endure the afflictions. Okay. The persecutions. Do the work. How you do the work? The Lord said, go on the highways and the hedges of an evangelist. Travel around. You might be over here in the part of the city. Might be able. You gotta go out on the highways and the hedges, man. Chief place of concourse. And it said make full proof. Okay? To cause a thing to be shown to the full. To fill one with any thought, conviction, or inclination, to make one certain, to persuade, convince one, to be persuaded, fully convinced or assured. All right? Now how does that happen? How you going to make convince someone if you got to try it out first? You got to have tried it out in order to convince somebody. It's like when you share a commercial, and they be like, "Man, this is the best book." How they know? They got to have tried it out. They got to tell you, man, when you bite that thing, man, first you taste this and you taste that, and you know, you got to test it out yourself. All right. I believe that this is 100% the truth. All right, stand, die on it. This is the truth. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. And the reason why we go on the highways and byways is to convince and make others believe the same thing, to make full proof of the ministry, as the scriptures say. You know, how else people even supposed to believe that we believe if we sitting behind we're not going out there? The fact that we out there is a questionable thing to people. Like, damn, why are these guys on this corner yelling and screaming and preaching the Bible? That is a sign that these guys believe. And that's why scoffers and people come up, because they're like, yo, these dudes really believe in this thing. Let me mess with them. Because they know our heart, our soul, everything is into this thing. Anyway, with that being said, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Makakadash. Again, double honors to the apostles of GMS. And you brothers out there, man, or you guys just now hearing this stuff. And you gotta read. You gotta read. And the things that you're hearing and you're learning, try it out, test it out by the word. Make sure you bet on the right horse, man. The white horse. Let me get that say pair from the white horse. Called Faithful and True. Revelations 19:11, I saw heaven open, behold, a white horse, pure power, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. You got to bet on a faithful and true white horse. And in righteousness, he doth judge and make war. All right? So with that being said, Kahalayim La Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash, double honors to the apostles of TMS, special salutations to Akim out there. Salutations to El Dawan Mayim, El the Karak Al Kahan, Akrab Shapat, Milak Mawab, Shalom.